Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted. Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted. Accelerate my aging. Thank you!
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Take a chance and take the quiz.
It's right below bed.
Right to your door.
It's right below bed.
Download anymore.
It's right below bed.
'Cause you got so much love.
It's right below bed.
Let's go ahead and accelerate my aging.
Shrivels. Fruit fully contracted.
Oh my God, what's happening to me?
Oh, I love my cat. Oh, I love my cat. But my cat doesn't care about me. Yes, I love my cat. Yes, I love my cat. But he does not care about me. He's an outside cat. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's an outside cat. But my cat doesn't care about me.
Hello. Yes. Yeah.
We made it,
Welcome
guys.
to the Shout Out Show. Your weekly SOS for all things positive. Hi there, I'm Aisha Alfa.
I'm Wynter.
And I'm Sophia. And for the next hour, we'll be spreading the word on the things we dig.
Every week, we found about at least 6 things that we're so excited about, we thought we should let the world know.
It's a judgment-free zone for positivity, joy, and rainbows.
Yeah, so buckle up. We'll wait. Get ready to have the time of your lives, y'all, because we're going to have a fun 1 hour period together. And as always, as on every single one of our millions of shows, we got some surprises tucked up our sleeves. Okay, got big old sleeves up here, some surprises in there, and you are going to reap the benefits. But we did want to start off by today welcoming you and telling you that our charity of the show is none other than the People's Grab and Go. It is an amazing charity based out of Chicago. They do free groceries for Chicago's South Side, serving Bronzeville community. You can donate to that Venmo right there. They're also on the Instagrams at the People's Grab and Go. During all the protests and all the times of food insecurity, they are helping a lot of folks out. So feel free, if you have the means, to donate as much as you want to the People's Grab and Go. It's gonna be a great show, and hopefully they'll get some dough. See how that all.
And I'm a Chicago girl, so it's close to my heart, guys. From Chicago, born and bred.
Like literally, the People's Grab and Go is located next to Wynter's heart. It's just sort of in her over here, right beside on one of her bubbies.
She showed us.
Hi guys, what's going on, beautiful ladies? Oh my god, everyone looks so good. Everyone looks so good.
Everyone looks good. I did a little hair for this. The little hair.
Yeah, I did my nails for this.
Wow.
Yes, I love the pink. It's so cute.
Thank you. Also, I just found out, I didn't realize that I thought everybody could do their own nails, but my friend was like, no, you can't. Like, what? How did you guys spend your time?
One hand.
I thought everybody could do their own nails.
Yeah,
I can do my left hand.
I can do
my
both.
right hand is good, and then my left hand, I'm like literally, I might as well be holding a sledgehammer because I'm like,
No, left hand, I'm definitely like a little like, but like nothing. So like my friend was like, how do you do that? I'm like, what do you mean? This is how I was all the time at 11 years old. That's all we had to do. Paint our nails.
Right.
They look amazing.
They do. They look really nice.
Thank you.
I used to do mine, and I would just like with one hand, my right hand where it was really badly done, I would just talk with my hand so no one could ever focus on it and see it. And then this hand I just like hold steady, like look at my nails. I did a great job, right? Look at that.
The strangest thing I've ever heard.
I can. The one of the few things I can do with both hands is my nails. It's one of the few things I can do.
I thought we were going dirty there. Thought we were going to go dirty. And,
I can do numerous things. I'll try to do it. I'm like, no. I get real aggressive with myself.
Right.
As you suspected, shout outs. We're just starting off on a dirty space because you know what, we're women, we can do what we want. Okay.
Exactly.
There you go.
You know, Asia Martin. Ooh, girl. Asia Martin says she sees that braid out Wynter. What?
Yeah.
Thank you, Asia. Thank you.
Beautiful. Look at all these fun people we have joining us. Can we donate here on YouTube, or do we need to do the Venmo? I think the Venmo.
Venmo. Yeah, the Venmo.
Yeah. There it is. There's the People's Grab and Go on Venmo, Trina Tyler. I think it's actually Trina R. Tyler. Just want to make sure that gets maybe corrected. Trina letter R. Tyler. And then you can also check out their Instagram for more. Wow, they're good.
Oh my God, so fast.
They're very fast.
Magic.
So magic. But like we started off, this show is all about the shout outs.
And I did German, I think.
Yeah. Ich liebe dich. I know how to say a few things in German. Ich liebe dich, which means I love you. Ich bin krank means I'm sick.
Oh.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, so I speak a little German. Ich spreche kein Deutsch erstmal in Deutschland. That just means I didn't speak any German before I went to Germany.
Wow. I would say nine. Is that German?
So we're all fluent. Perfect. I guess we should do today's show completely in German.
Okay.
Nice. Exactly.
Well, okay. I want to start off with a shout out because, first of all, big shout out to Dynasty Typewriter for presenting us as a weekly show now.
Excellent.
Weekly show every Thursday, 5 p.m. Yes. 5
p.m.
Yes.
ESPN.
ESPN will be showing us right after Dynasty Typewriter is done with us. But you can catch us here for all the shout outs and all the fun times.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for the best shout out that I've ever shouted out?
Tell me. Tell us.
Okay, my first shout out today is a Cree visual artist from Fisher River, Cree Nation, Treaty 5 territory that is in Manitoba, my home province in Canada. His name is
Manitoba.
Yeah, I feel like Wynter, last time you talked about how you had gone to Saskatchewan and you knew the Saskatchewan song, so I feel like you owe it to the prairies.
You know it? We made up a song for it.
Did you?
It was like Saskatchewan.
You got to make sure that the drum solo gets in there and you hit those drums behind your head.
Behind you.
Boom, 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 boom.
So he is an artist. He is from Manitoba. His name is Kent Monkman. And there he is. He's so good. It's so exciting that Wynter is just pixelating herself. Like, I can handle it. It's so good. He's an amazing, amazing artist. He explores themes of colonization, of sexuality, of oppression. This is one of the many paintings that he's done. He does paintings, he does photos, he does live exhibits, he does all kinds of stuff.
Awesome.
But it's basically from the perspective of the indigenous culture. And here's the thing. I was like big into looking for things and looking at things on Canada Day, which was July 1st. And there's so much conflict about Canada and Canada Day for me, because it's the same sort of stuff that goes on here where, we're celebrating people taking over a country. And I'm not I'm happy to be Canadian. There's so many great things, but then it's weird to celebrate that day. Right. And so I found Kent Monkman and I was like, oh, this is how I want to celebrate it, because he brings whimsy and sexuality. His alter ego is called Miss Chief Eagle Testicle.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Fluid, supernatural time traveler. It's like it's gonna blow your mind. But this painting in particular was so amazing to me, because people always tell me that Canada's not racist. They're like,
wow.
I wish I lived in Canada where there was no racism. And I'm always like,
wow.
That's not how that works.
It's not. So in Canada, I think maybe people are thinking of in America, obviously there's a lot of racism, a lot of oppression, systematic. Black, white is the main one when people talk about racism, I feel.
Right.
And they're like, in Canada, that's not the same for Black people, but that's the case for Indigenous people. They are the ones.
Right.
And so this painting, anyway, long story short, this painting is called The Scream, and it is about when the church came into people's homes and stole their children from them in Indigenous communities.
Wow.
Safety officers, priests, nuns stole their children and shipped them away to non-Indigenous families so that they could basically take away their culture. It's just horrible. It's families are still that were separated. They still can't find their lineage together. It's just crazy. So I just wanted to be like, Canada's great. And also racist. There's some racism.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
But Kent Monkman, if you get a chance, check out his stuff, because he's got such good, amazing, he's so talented and he's so smart, but he just illustrates a different version of Canada that really honors Indigenous people.
Yes.
Very cool.
Laisha said, I came in on Testicle and thought, is this the right show?
I love that that's where she came in. She's like, I came in and I was like, what's happening.
Yeah, Laisha, we're shouting out testicles. Don't judge. This is a judgment-free zone. 1, 2.
Also, testicles are hilarious. They're always hilarious. So weird.
I'm I think that sometimes bodies are beautiful, but it does look like, if you were just to see humans naked in the wild, it does kind of look like men, they sneezed hard and something came out and they couldn't put it back in. Do you know what I'm saying? Women were perfect, everything's tucked away, it's beautiful, but men, I'm like, how did it work? How did it work?
Oh my goodness. They sneezed and then
that makes me think of, did you ever watch what was that Quentin Tarantino movie, Planet Terror?
I have not.
Okay. No, I've never seen it.
There's a part where his peenie leanie melts.
Wow.
Wait, why does it melt off?
I don't remember.
Wow, that's rough.
That's the part that's stuck in my brain.
Okay, ladies, I have a technical question. My screen is frozen, but can you still see me?
Oh my God, Wynter.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to leave it the way it is.
Can you see me?
I was like, my screen is completely frozen. So the last thing I saw was Sophia's hand showing off her fabulous manicure. So I'm like, can they see it?
For that long?
If they can't, yes. And that's why I picked it up. And I was like, well, if they can still see me and hear me, I'm just going to leave it the way it is.
I love that we have this whole time. We never knew.
We're just going to leave it the way it is. It's all good. It's all good.
My God.
Thank you on there. I love it.
Okay, well, I will do my next shout out.
Okay.
Or my first shout out, I should say. So my shout out goes to NK Jemisin. She is an author. Yes, right here.
Yes.
I'm currently reading her book, The City We Became. And it's so good. So she's writes fantasy, but this book in particular is a fantasy that it's set in modern New York. And I always like to tell people to go into things blind, but I'm going to just give you a little snipperoonie of plot. Um, and so it's basically these people kind of come to personify the different boroughs of New York and must fight malevolent, maybe?
Maleficent. They have to fight Maleficent.
Mean people. Mean people.
Smart. I was like, I read books, you guys. But it's so good. It's so creative. It has such like diverse characters, and it also obviously like has like an undertone of like social issues that are kind of hidden beneath this kind of like mysticism.
Right.
And she has like moments where it's really funny. So I'm not done with it yet. Like I'm still in the middle, but I really love it. I would totally recommend if anybody's looking for a new fiction book, specifically something different, like a fantasy.
I love how you're like, I'm not done. So it could all turn real bad.
It could take a turn. It could take a turn.
I'm going to be like, guys, forget it. Yeah, everything I said. I've lost all cred.
Go up to Maleficent instead and just, you know.
Right.
Can I also just back up that Marcel Williams just threw a hilarious shade at Wynter? He just said Teddy Riley Wi-Fi. Are you on the Teddy Riley Wi-Fi plan?
You know what's funny is that I made sure that I like upped my hotspot and all this stuff. Apparently not helping. Apparently everyone in Glendale is on the internet at exactly the same time.
Oh my God.
That's what's happening.
Is it still frozen on my nails right now?
Totally, absolutely, 100%. And I'm so scared to lose the connection. I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna leave it. If you guys can see me and hear me, I'm just gonna power through. Power through.
The rest of the show will all be done in sign language.
Nice. And you know what, actually, to piggyback on what Sophia was talking about, N.K. Jemisin, I actually just read her Broken Earth series this year, and it was so good. So I can't wait to read The City We Became. She is, sidebar, the cousin to W. Kamau Bell, guys.
Oh, really?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Oh, and she also won the Hugo Award 3 years in a row.
I was going to bring that up. She's like the first author to do that, or an author to win that 3 years in a row.
Wow.
She's amazing.
So the book's probably not going to take a turn for the worse. What we're saying is she's got a track record.
I can already tell she's fucking fierce. She's
gonna be amazing. And that can take us. Can I take us into our third shout out? Okay, so our third shout out is the Semicolon Bookstore, also out of Chicago, Illinois. What's up, Chicago? Semicolon is the only Black-owned by a woman bookstore in Chicago. It's the only bookstore owned by a Black woman in Chicago. So
I love it.
You can, first of all, you can order the books online, so you can be anywhere in the country and order books. And they also have a fantastic program called Clear the Shelves for Chicago public school students. So once a month, they have Chicago public school students can come in and take whatever book they want off the shelves.
Wow!
How cool is that? That's amazing.
That.
Amazing.
So cool.
And they have a mission statement. Their mission statement, I'm going to read it so I can be exact. They are committed to nurturing the connection between literature, art, and the pursuit of knowledge, while also using the power of words to better our community.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Fake snap for you. Only because I don't like snaps. That's just my.
Oh, that's right. You have a snapping thing. I forgot.
I just didn't want to shade that.
That is so cool. I feel like I wouldn't, if I was a student, I think I would not have taken advantage of that because I was like, I wasn't like, I need to read a book. I was like, let me play some sports. But as an adult, thinking about that, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a gift that is to get.
Right. That's amazing.
I would totally pick it up because I was the opposite. I went to the library all the time with my friend, and we called it the World of Knowledge.
Oh, so, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Do you want to go to the World of Knowledge today?
Nice.
You called the library the World of Knowledge?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
I thought you guys were a club called the World of Knowledge. Calling the library the World of Knowledge is like a whole other level of like nerdiness that
I love it.
But I did smoke a little weed in the back. So we had to like balance it out.
Balance
like, smoke a little weed and then we'll get into the library.
I'm a library kid. I'm a library kid as well. I've been going to the library. I think I had a library card when I was like 4 years old. Like we've been going to the library like for always.
It's so fun.
I'm like, I think that as an adult is when I started appreciating the library and like bookstores and just wandering around and like buying books that I'm gonna read one day, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I just as a kid I just was not into. I wasn't a huge reader. Even for class, I would read like the beginning of each chapter and then like do the book report. I was like, I can't do all these pages.
I can't do all these pages. I can't do all these pages.
A lot.
It wasn't until I was in college that I had to start pick and choose. I was like, wait, which of these questions can I answer for this paper and not have to read the whole book?
Right.
Which is that? Yeah. Right.
And I was stubborn too. Like I remember I would like not read a whole book and then I would do a whole like presentation on it and then clearly would have gotten some facts wrong. Clearly.
Oh no.
Like,
oh no.
And then, but I would never ever admit that I hadn't read it or that I could be wrong. Cause I was like, I'm going to get a good grade, I've got to make sure that they think I've read it. So I would be like, well, I think that the relationship is really a bit of a, you know, like a father-daughter relationship, but it's a little bit weird. And then they're like, the characters who are dating and having, and I was like, like, if you dig a little bit deeper than we're going, you might understand it's a bit of like a reverse Oedipus complex. And people are like, so just to be clear, we're talking about, and I was like, yeah.
I love that you doubled down on the lying. You were like, nope. And you're like, nope, that's not what I saw.
We talked before. You used to be a little liar and you were like profesh.
I used to lie as a child all the time. And this is again, as an adult, I decided I'm going to stop. I stopped lying like when I was in my maybe late 20s, like just like when I was like really young, I used to lie all the time. But when I was like an adult, I would like do the white lies and do the little lies and stuff. But when I in my late 20s, I was just like, no more. I'm not even going to like tell little lies. It's just like truth all the time now. And so I was just like, I can't deal with all these webs that creates. No. I'm like, I can't.
So much anxiety. Oh my God, I can't even. You haven't had webs.
Wow.
Get rid of the webs, baby. Get rid of the webs and you're free.
The backtracking. I can't. But there's so, when you lie, there's so much you have to keep up with. I was like, oh, I couldn't do it. I'd be like,
too much work.
Too exhausting.
Like you have to take on new hobbies because you said, well, I was actually doing origami. They're like, oh, great. I'd love to see it. You're like, great. Come to the studio next week. And then you have to rent a studio and do origami. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Just break down the webs, people, you know?
Oh, no. Oh,
break
no.
Them down.
Already sweating.
Oh, my goodness.
It's already happened.
We're
all like ladies at church. Oh, Lord. Oh,
right. The vapors.
I made my friend a mixed CD, but she's in Australia right now for like quarantine, so I'm waiting for her to get back. But I had people give me a phrase that they wanted, and she put, "Who do you think you're talking to?" And then I made this.
And then, so are all the songs based on that theme?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Also, everybody who's on here, you should come back every single week, because one of the giveaways at some point is going to be Sophia's customized mixtape for you.
Mixtape.
I love doing this. I love it. Cool. I'm like, do you still have a CD player? Because I do. I can also do a USB for all you hip kids.
all the hep cats. All the hep cats.
I love it. I'm going to move. Talking about hep cats.
Ooh,
I'm not talking about hepatitis A, B, or C, baby. Okay, I'm talking about hep, hippity, hep, hop, curly mustache, snap. Okay.
No.
My next shout out goes to, can I just give a little backstory to this?
Yes.
Okay, so I am from Winnipeg in Canada, and I hosted this huge musical festival for many years called the Winnipeg Folk Festival. And it's like a world-renowned, huge festival that's not just folk music, it's like all kinds of music, and it's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's like 30,000 people come out to the woods and stay there and look after each other, and the whole thing is run by volunteers, but like run to a T. It's phenomenal. So I used to host that with my brother, and so I got to meet all these amazing artists. And the first year I hosted was so huge for me because of this artist. He had just done his debut solo album, and he was 63 years old. Okay?
Wow.
So he's had this crazy life. His brother was murdered. He was estranged from his mom. He was homeless at like 13. He moved to Alaska. He became a cook. All this stuff happened. He's an amazing singer. He moves back to New York where he's from, and he starts doing these weekly shows where he's just doing covers and imitating James Brown, so much so that people from all over the world are coming to see him.
Wow.
And then one day when he's 60, I think he was 62 when he did the album, but he was like, look, I am not James Brown. I want to do this on my own. Made an album with Daptone Records. And my shout out this week, the second one is Charles Bradley, the one and only Screaming Eagle. Charles Bradley. Look at this man. Look at this.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a testament to it's never too late, guys. Never too late.
Totally.
And I remember he wasn't even the headlining act on the night that we were hosting, but he was like maybe midway through, and people like from all over the place started coming because they're like, holy, who is this? Then he did his show. He went down, after a set, down into the audience and hugged people. And people were crying. It was like the Beatles had showed up. It was crazy.
Wow. That's amazing.
Every single person who wanted a hug. He's just like the most lovely, wonderful human being. And he passed away in 2017, but he's just like, he got a chance to get to, to have his dreams come true and become like a worldwide phenomenon from he was like homeless when he put this album out. And then
that's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable. So I wanted to read one, right? That drip though. I wanted to read one, like one of the lyrics from one of the songs. I highly recommend everyone should just go buy his album. But I just felt like this was so relevant to what's happening in the world right now. It's a song called This World, and it goes like this. This world is going up in flames and nobody want to take the blame. Don't tell me how to live my life when you have never felt the pain.
Wow.
I read it and I like almost cry every time. He's so amazing.
When was the festival that he played? Or
that was in 2012. He played the Winnipeg Folk Festival. It's a yearly festival, that one, but he played like festivals all over the world.
5 years.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was 5 years before he died. And then he was on tour and he put out, I think, 2 more albums. And then one came out after he passed away called Black Velvet. That was his name when he was being a James Brown impersonator.
Ooh, Black Velvet.
That's amazing.
And you look at him, right? It's like he looks like he's like your dad, like my dad. You guys saw my dad last time.
Absolutely.
He wears jumpsuits that he has custom bedazzled. And he calls to his knees regularly and crawls at the audience and like this guy was like, he was 63 when he came to the festival that I saw him at. That's what he was doing. It was unbelievable. He sometimes split his knees open when he was like falling to his knees. Like, it was insane. He was so good.
I'm like never moving. I'm like, listen, I know I'm too young for this rocking chair, but this is where I'm at for the rest of my life.
Oh my goodness.
Custom bedazzled jumpsuit. Yes. Me too. First of all, I love a jumpsuit in general.
Right.
I
love a jumpsuit.
Oh my gosh. And Alicia said, wow, he has 50,000 followers. What a legacy. Jesse Williams even follows him. Yeah. Like he's just the best. His music will live on forever as valid and important for every decade, I think, that comes forward.
Right.
He's
right.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
The only time I hate a jumpsuit is when it's time for me to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because then you're like, God damn it.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's like I'm happy all day, and then I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And I'm also like, I'm a tall lady, so they can be very camel toe inducing. You really got to find a good one.
Right. You have to find one where the torso is right.
I thought you meant you want to find one with the camel toe, because I'm like,
Well, I read this down.
Like, can you just like up this bit? I need a bit more of a lift, right? Au centre. To like bring it like a push-up bra.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Well, on that note, speaking of camel toes,
our segues are amazing.
All makes sense. This next one actually has nothing to do with the camel toe because she's fucking perfect. This is Essence Wall. And she has 3 different Instagrams that I'm going to try to squeeze in really quickly so that I don't like take up the entire rest of this because I love her. Look how cool she is. Oh my God. Can we just stare at her for an hour? I love her so much. Okay. So first Instagram is She Rocks Yoga. So I initially knew Essence because I used to take yoga at this place in LA called One Down Dog. There's a studio in Silver Lake. They have one at Echo Park and Eagle Rock. That's another Subway shout out. Girl, I can't talk. Shout out for One Down Dog. They're an amazing yoga studio. But I ended up having to like cancel because like I moved and then I got a different job. Couldn't really go anymore. But Essence was my favorite teacher because she just like brings up this like confidence and like this warrior in you. That's just like everything is all about music and movement and just like celebrating yourself and tapping into this like courage and just amazing. Like she would be like, every time you had to put your hands on the ground, she'd be like, now put your hands on Mama Earth.
Yes.
Like,
I love it. I love it.
Like that chair position for a long time. She'd be like, now shake that ass, bitch. Like, so cool. And she just like has a gift for, I don't know, like bringing out that fire in you and like that courage and all that. And then same with, she's also a DJ because obviously she's the coolest person in the world. DJ She-Rock is her DJ name. She plays like world music, like Afro beats, reggae, R&B, hip hop, rock and roll, like everything. She's amazing. And every Friday night on her Instagram live, she'll do it and just like jive and dance. And I can't tell you how much I love her.
I mean, I love it. Like all these DJs who are doing Instagram live DJing, I cannot thank you enough. Isn't it
so great?
The only thing I really wish that Instagram would let, when you go live, it would let you do other things with your phone, because then if like someone calls, you have to do something else and it shuts it off. Like, no, I want to keep listening while I like do, send a text to somebody. I want to invite someone to this through text while I'm
totally. Because one of the ones that you've shouted out in the past was Scratch Bastard.
Yeah, Scratch Bastard, a good Canadian scratch DJ.
Yeah, and I follow him now, and I put him on sometime too, and it's just so much fun to just put it on, clean a little bit, get a little dance in there.
So good. And he's like a redhead, You're like, what?
Yeah.
What's happening? Right. See? Right. See? So groove is in the heart, guys. Groove is in the heart.
I love. Asia Martin says she loves, I didn't mean to interrupt, but she was just saying she loves Essence, and she's taking her classes from Chicago.
Yes. Oh my God. Really cool. So I reached out to her just to be like, hey, just let you know, I'm going to be shouting you out on the show. Yeah. And she wrote back, she was like, oh, sorry, I can't make it, because she has a yoga class like right after this that she had to prepare for. But she was just like so nice, like, thank you for spreading my offerings and sharing the love. Like, if I started a cult, I would be like, sign me up. What do I
Where do I talk? You're like, yes, I'll be a part of your cult. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. No, cult about, don't care. I'm joining it. But then I was going to say her last business, and P.S. she has like a bunch of businesses. Like if you go on her Instagram, I just picked these three. Is Black Temple, and it's for BIPOC women. It's all about healing, and what's upsetting is like she started this right before the pandemic, but it was kind of this sanctuary that promoted healing and hold on, let me just pick up, like art therapy, breath work, free dancing, vision boarding, and then they just had various panels that all celebrated BIPOC women.
Is it BIPOC
now,
or BIPOC? I never know. I'm sorry.
I never know either. And also, technically, she has on her Instagram, it's for walk, and I was like, is that a word? Can I say that? I don't understand. Walk?
I don't know.
I always just say all the letters because I don't know how to say it. I'm just like BIPOC. I don't know what the I don't know.
Women of color.
Right.
But yeah, so, and I've even just like watched a few of the videos, and they're so. If you are a white person, obviously don't take the classes because it's not for you. But definitely, there's like panels there for you to just learn more and expand your knowledge. But yeah, I'm so glad that other people, even that Asia spoke to Essence spoke about Essence, because she's really like a life changer and such a motivating human being.
And we need more of that now, right? This is when we're all stuck in our homes being like, what is life about?
Right.
You can figure it out, girl. You got this.
Yes.
Right, exactly. Especially because we're all like, have I made the appropriate life choices at this point?
And also, we kind of spoke about this at our, another show but she really tells you to like kind of embrace that like wild woman in you that we've kind of been conditioned to not embrace or to sort of make more polite or whatever. And she's like, let that bitch out. Like,
Yes.
Right.
Just yesterday we were talking about how Marcella at Marcella Comedy, who is hilarious and so good, and she just doesn't give a shit, and she just goes out and does what she wants. She messaged me and she was like, "The box is patriarchy, baby," and then just a bunch of hearts after I put her out, and I was like, so true. Yeah. So let's all get out of that box and like take our earth, and, like, you know.
Yes.
Right. Take our space, ladies. Take our space.
Right.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna ask the question one more time. Can you guys still see and hear me? Because my screen is still frozen. If you can still see and hear me, it's all good. I cannot wait.
Your is so different from ours right now. It's amazing.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like after, because the only thing I can see is what happened in the first like 2 minutes. So,
I love that it's just like
hilarious. Okay, so guys, my final shout out is for Wilson World. It's Wilson World on YouTube. And Justin Wilson it's a musical family. I love a musical family, guys. I do. So I first got turned on to them because the little boy, LJ, I think he's 6 years old now. He was on Ellen, and he's this amazing drummer, and he's been drumming since I guess he was like 2 or 3. And so when I saw him, then I was like, oh, let me check out what else he's got going on. His dad is apparently a Grammy winner, but also an electrical engineer, right? And
he's got
and his mom is an educational psychologist and also a singer and also plays the flute. And his little sister, who I think is 22 months old, can play the drums. It's amazing. It's amazing. She's adorable. There's a drum solo of the little girl. I think she was 18 months old, and she plays an entire song. She is like the whole family. First of all, they're beautiful. They're very attractive people. They're so sweet. They're adorable. They do like jam sessions. I've been watching all their like videos where they play they'll do like a classical piece of like Mozart, but then they'll jazz it up and do like a remix. It's so cute. They're amazing. They're amazing. They're amazing. So Wilson World. It's the mom is Shalana, the baby is Shia, the dad is Justin, and the son is Justin too, but they call him LJ. So it's such an adorable family.
Oh my God.
Wynter, I know you can't see anything but Sophia's nails, but there's a picture of them on here. They're so cute. The little girl is so
The little girl is adorable. I mean, both of them are adorable.
Isn't she? Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Oh my God.
So
and
cute.
Also, like when you're like, I'm a musician, and also no big deal, I'm a psychologist, and also no big deal, I'm an engineer, and also no big deal, we're the cutest.
I was just about to say,
right?
like, I know we're like obviously celebrating, do what you want, never too late.
Right.
But I'm like, damn, I gotta,
right.
Get into it.
What have I been doing with my time, guys? What have I been doing with my time?
Sophia's aspiration is she just wants that damn rocking chair. Get that
rocking chair, man. Get it. Sophia, we're in a pandemic. Get the chair. Get it.
Right.
Get it.
I just want to put it on my balcony and yell at people. Hey, what are you doing over there? Oh, yeah.
Like a good Greek woman.
Yeah. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
That's honestly I really would love. Okay, obviously we're gonna be doing the show for the rest of our lives, and then we're just gonna all get a house together, and we're just gonna do it from that way.
Obviously. Can we do it from Greece? That would be
amazing. You guys, we're already planning a trip to Greece, so
we are. I just wanted to know how do you like ship your rocking chair to Greece though for when we do the show when we're old and like 80 and we're doing it? I guess I'm
sure I can find an Greek people, they don't obey the law. So I'm sure there's like a cover.
Terrible.
Just carry on.
As you were.
Yeah.
I love it.
There's some ways. There's loopholes.
Speedway says, what a gorgeous family. Definitely going to check out their videos. I feel the exact same way. And Leisha said I should get that baby busy.
Okay. Hi, Leisha. Hi, Speedway. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out.
Speedway, a big fan of Dynasty Typewriter things, and also has been, Cheryl has been at our last couple of shows, and then Leisha, who is our baton queen and goddess of all things. Here's
my baton. Can you guys see my baton?
Hashtag
baton.
There it is. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Wait, Cheryl said I'm gonna rent.
Leisha, I'm still practicing my baton. I can't show you elbow rolls yet. They're not good.
Cheryl said I'm gonna rent a room in your house in Greece and do my podcast from there. Sounds awesome.
Nice, nice.
Perfect.
Technically, it's my stepdad's house, but I'm a fucking whatever, man.
We're doing it. Everyone. I'm just inviting everybody.
I'm just inviting everybody.
So our shout outs were pretty much amazing. I think we might have outdone ourselves yet again this week with shout outs. Exactly.
I think we have.
I think we have.
Oh, yes.
For sure. For sure.
So remember to donate.
Don't forget, if you can, donate, please, to the People's Grab and Go. Venmo them. Go check out their Instagram at the People's Grab and Go. Also, this isn't over. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It's not over. It's not over.
Not over yet. It's not over yet.
Not over yet. We have a special guest. You're probably thinking, oh my gosh, this is so great. I love all of the shout outs. But then what about the mantra? Oh my God, what are they going to do? Who's going to do it? So it's not my dad this week. But we have someone else who is phenomenal. I met this guy at the NBC Breakout Festival in Chicago. He is a stand-up comedian. He is a member of Preach, which is spoken word, improv, and sketch team based in Chicago. He is my bro from Chicago. Please put your hands together to welcome our mantra guest, Mr. Max Thomas.
Hi, Max.
What is up? Hey. Oh, I love that intro. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, we love you.
Oh my God, I love. Is that like wood paneling in the background? I love it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely a grandma house.
Nice. Nice.
If you heard, our biggest aspiration is to become grandmas on a rocking chair.
Dude, I would love to become grandma in a rocking chair. My grandma is dope.
Yeah.
You know, my grandma tells me stories about going on a date to go see Nat King Cole when he played piano.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
That is incredible.
Wow. That's amazing.
And we're like, we just went to a bar.
Exactly. That's
right. Right.
Oh man, welcome, Max. I am so excited to just see you. Like, I miss you and I love you, and this is lovely. Can you tell us a little bit more about the People's Grab and Go, because that was your choice of charity for us?
Yes, the People's Grab and Go is how can I express it? It's basically a free store for the community. It's based in Bronzeville right now on the south side of Chicago, which coincidentally that's where Nat King Cole grew up. The People's Grab and Go is now at they just did week 6, so going on to week 7. It's every Monday, 11 to 4:30 p.m. It's great. Like, you can literally donate money. You can come donate, anything from diapers to eggs to fresh fruit and vegetables. And literally they give out. I mean, like, now they've given out. What was the last total? Last total was over 2,000 people.
Wow.
Within the community.
Amazing.
And that's literally off of word of mouth and off of, just literally word of mouth of elders within the community.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And now they have an Instagram. So I feel like this is going to just grow exponentially, which is phenomenal. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's great.
Also, just quick shout out to Cheryl, who just said she donated. Yes, thank you.
Oh, right on.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you.
That's awesome. If you have the means, go for it, everybody. And if not, then just spread the word. Spread the word about the People's Grab and Go, and that helps out as much as it will if you haven't got the money to donate.
Absolutely, because just like police brutality, food deserts in the Black community is an oppressive force. So please help out with that. There was already in that community, it was already a food desert, but now after riots and after looting and stuff, there's just lack of resources completely. There's limited. There's literally none except for like McDonald's or Burger King, like certain fast food places like that. But there's no place for mothers to go get diapers, no place to get formula. So
and that's important. That is important. Like, I think people always forget about the fact, like, diapers, sanitary napkins, things like that. Like, those are things that, like, you need them no matter what's happening in the world.
Absolutely.
And, like, the food thing, I think, like, food, I always talk about this, like, food really is love when you think about it. When someone's sick, you bring them food. When someone gets married, you eat together. When there's a baby, you bring, like, it's like food is this thing of, like, expressing love. So it's a way to express love to people who need it, which is everybody.
It is.
Right.
Maya Angelou talked about one of my heroes, but Maya Angelou said that cooking, when organizing work was based around you cooked for each other, you sat down and talked about how you're gonna curate a march, how you're gonna organize like the Montgomery bus boycott, how that cooking that came through generations of recipes passed down through slavery, it was a source of you keeping your ancestors alive. You know?
Yes.
So yes, no, I totally understand that. Food definitely is love.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. This is a good. I mean, I don't know if you've heard any of our segues. We're real bad at them. But this is a beautiful segue to the main center point of why we've asked you to be here, which is to give us some words of wisdom, some words of love, a mantra, or something that you would like to share with the world. And that's what we're going to give you time to do.
Well, going back to Maya Angelou, one of my favorite quotes by her is, she said, how can she say? I'll say it like Maya said. She said, "Nothing will work unless you do." That's what she said. Nothing will work unless you do.
Also, that's a solid Maya Angelou impersonation.
I'm like, I don't know if everyone knows this, but Max does a great. There's been many videos where I'm like, this is like too good. Like this could be. She lives on, you know.
Yes.
Right.
That's great though. So what does that mean to you?
Nothing will work unless you do, meaning that everything, basically everything's impossible until it happens, until you complete it, until you've done it. And I think that just like this is with the People's Grab and Go, that is groups of organizers from all disciplines, poets, people that are specifically, trying to come up in terms of, taking on political roles, things like that. So it's everybody of young Black organizers that are coming together and saying, hey, there's a void, there's a need. We need to create an accessible food source where people can come pick up these pre-made bags for free, and right there is like, for example, Juneteenth. We just saw that passed 2 weeks ago. My spoken word improv team, Preach, and our sister team, Bosses and Bonnets, which is comprised of all Black women on Bosses and Bonnets. We came together and we created all of these sketches that were basically talking about what is going on right now, dealing with police brutality, whether it's or dealing with being too woke, and we produced these sketches because we wanted to create a platform for us to receive donations and be able to streamline those donations to organizations that we partnered up with. So we raised close to $10,000 within a week.
Wow. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Yes,
that's
and
amazing.
It is, and we were blown back. We were thinking, in our minds, straight up, we were like, we're gonna get some of this white guilt. We're gonna get some's gonna roll in, but we didn't know how much was gonna come in. It's just incredible because it was able. I was able to we were able to donate a lot of money to Far Southside Mutual Aid, which literally takes that money, gets grocery lists from people on the south side of Chicago, and then goes grocery shopping for them, brings it straight to their door on a weekly basis. That's something I do. We also gave it to Brave Space Alliance, which is all about helping trans and queer teenagers and youth and taking them off the street, giving them a place to live, helping them with job opportunities, feeding them, clothing them. We also donated to Asada's Daughters, which is another Black youth organization in the city. So again, nothing will work unless you do. And I just believe that all across the country, these are the things that can be happening every single day. Just link up with your neighbors, talk to your neighbors. You know what I mean? And your neighbors are going to have similar things that you all agree on. Just like for a big thing that we need to talk about is like defunding police. And when I talk about defunding police, I am talking about taking a huge amount of funds and reallocating those into mental health resources in the community. There should be no reason why kids should not have working internet, high-speed internet, should not have laptops in their houses, know how to by the time they're of working age, know how to create a resume and everything. We talk about No Child Left Behind. Those should be basic necessities, basic needs that are being covered by the state. Here in Illinois, or here in Chicago, here in the city of Chicago, $1.8 billion is spent on police every single year.
That's like Los Angeles in like
Mm-hmm.
LA County. Like it's so huge.
It's huge.
And their budget insane.
I mean, that
and
graphic, there's like that graphic where it's just like the police budget is like goes off the page because it's like so much, and everybody else it's like homelessness housing and like education.
Yes, there's schools
and
that have
that's so important.
That don't have school counselors and don't have nurses.
Right,
you know?
right.
So I'm hoping that I mean, I was listening to someone talk about like why is all of this stuff becoming so important to people now? Why are people taking a stand when this has been going on for a very long time? And in the end, the answer was, who cares? If this is the time it comes, this is the time it comes, and then let's push forward and make it happen, right? So
and it's so important because things like internet and things like those are the things that separate people. When you are a person who knows how to use a computer, when you're a person who knows how to create a resume, you're a person who can go out and get a job. If you don't have access to the internet, there's a whole world of things you do not have access to, and that's not right. It's absolutely not right.
I mean, Wynter, her internet is not working, and all she can see is voicemail right now. That is a disadvantage.
That's right. So take some money out of those police pockets,
right? And
give Wynter some high-speed internet.
Wynter needs it.
Yes. Donate an Xfinity brick and mortar spot to Wynter's home.
I think that might have been the best segue. We pulled all the way back to
yeah, all the way back to my internet, which has been spotty all day. All day.
This has been an absolute delight. Thank you so much, Max, for coming on.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Max, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all for having me.
A lot that this came on to our very first regular weekly show. Bing bang boom.
Awesome.
This is in history, baby.
And Max, I'm a Chicago girl, so I have much love. Much love.
Thank you. What part of Chicago?
Okay, so I was born on 125th and Harvard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then before I moved, right? So and my cousins still have a house on 93rd and Creegier. And right? And then I lived in Rogers Park before I moved here.
Okay. Nice.
But then there was a period of time that I lived in Bolingbrook, but you know.
No, I understand. But you know, I had to ask.
Parents gotta be right.
I had to ask because there's some people be like, man, I'm from Chicago. I'm diehard Chicago. And you from Evanston, man. Come on.
Right. Come on now. You from now, I will admit there was I grew up in the suburbs, as you do, as your parents are like, oh, we want you to get a good education. Let's see if we can get that for free somewhere other than the city. So, as you do. But I have much love for Chicago. Much love. I miss it terribly.
Thank you.
I miss the pizza. I miss Pequod's pizza.
Pequod's is I love that you said Pequod's because my friend he loves Pequod's so much he had the rehearsal dinner for his wedding at Pequod's.
I would marry the pizza.
Absolutely. Pequod's was the pizza where I realized that I'm allergic to dairy. It was like lactose intolerant before I ate Pequod's. Pequod's took it to that level that was just, like literally I ate one slice, passed out. I woke up drooling and everything.
No.
And inflamed,
and you were still like, one more bite.
Exactly. That's right. One more bite. That is right. It turns you into a junkie. I swear. You will sell your house for a slice of pizza.
We just got a bonus shout out to Pequod's Pizza. I love it when this happens.
Nice. Oh my God.
This is so great. We loved having you on. We are going to you can stay on maybe for this. I don't even know. We are going to give a little gift because we have to start wrapping it up, but we wanted to give a little shout out giveaway, baby. A little shout out show giveaway. So I don't know if everybody knows, but I just did an album not that long ago called All the Parts. Oh my God, who was that cute girl?
And it's killer.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I got all these drop cards because I was going to go on some tours. And guess what? Now nobody's moving anywhere. So we have them all. And I've gotten some great responses from people who have sent me money to say that they just want to support and things like that. So I'm at liberty now to give some of these babies away. Nice. So today we are going to give away one of my drop cards, All the Parts, to somebody on the show. And I think our tech team are the ones who have decided who it is. But our requirements were they had to just engage in the most engaging way.
I feel like it's a tie. I'm thinking it's a two-way tie. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay, because you know what? Let's do it. We can stretch it. If it's a two-way tie, we can stretch and I can send two.
But can I guess or do it three-way?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's between Cheryl and maybe Leisha.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I concur with that assessment.
Yeah, I'm
Concur.
Cheryl.
Max, how are you feeling about Cheryl and Leisha? I know you might not have seen all of the comments going, but do you like those names? Do you like the name Cheryl?
I do like those names.
I think
Price is right with those names.
Nice.
Yeah. And our tech team confirms.
Leisha just wrote, maybe Leisha? Oh, yeah, our tech team confirmed. It is both Cheryl and Leisha are both.
Nice.
Yay!
Yay!
Yo, Leisha, you're the winner.
Winners.
Send your snail mail address in to, I think it's box office at dynastytypewriter.com, and they're going to get all, there it is, boom.
Oh, there we go. Look at that.
With the subject line, I'm a shout out winner, and we will get you your own copy of this. I'd also like to give a shout out to Marcel Williams, one of my ride or die bros from Winnipeg when I first started comedy. He said, can he get one for attending the taping? He flew from Vancouver to LA twice and then came for the taping. So
oh my gosh.
That feels like he should get one. He should get one. Yeah.
Of course. But Max, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you so much, Max.
Thanks for coming, Max.
Awesome. This is an amazing show. I'm so happy that y'all created it. This is incredible.
Thank
and
you.
Much needed.
Thank you.
Well, and we shouted you out a couple weeks ago. Actually, you and Asia both got shout outs from the show on the Wednesday morning show. So yeah, so you're great. Hopefully we'll have Asia on sometime to be a mantra guest as well.
Nice.
Definitely. All right.
Okay. Oh, bye.
Bye.
I love it. And I don't know if you're still watching Max, but Nancy Morissette just said, Max, give me your hair. She said it very aggressively, and I love it.
Hi, Nancy. That's my girl, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. How are you?
That's awesome. You guys, that was delightful.
That was
Wasn't it? So fun.
Max is so wonderful.
Still can't believe that I'm the one frozen on Wynter's screen right now.
With your hands up, with the nails up, It looks pretty fabulous.
The whole time.
I mean, honestly, you handle like a pro. I feel like I'd be like, guys, what is it my turn yet? Like I would be.
I was like, if they can still see me and they can still hear me, then I just need to power through. Power through.
We can see your beautiful face. You're looking so beautiful. You got earrings on today. You got your hair.
I do. The curls are popping.
Look, and Sophia, you're always. It's like I come on. I'm like, how is her skin so dewy, fresh, delicious?
Isn't it gorgeous?
Today's a lot of sweat. It's a lot of sweat.
a lot of sweat. So gorgeous.
And Aisha, you look so beautiful all the time. Those glasses, obviously.
Those glasses, popping.
Whenever I feel like I'm like, oh, I feel so horrible. I don't like it. I'll just go like, oh, I look beautiful. Nancy says we're all beautiful. Marcel says thanks for the gems, ladies and Max. This is so lovely.
Yes,
thank you.
This is so great. You guys, I think that this is honestly, I just don't even know how we're ever going to top this again. I just don't know. It's the best show we've ever done.
You know what? We're going to be chasing the dragon every week. Chasing the dragon.
My favorite.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much.
Ladies, you're lovely and fabulous. I had so much fun. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited.
Yes.
It's already awesome. It's so great.
Already awesome.
Big thank you to the Dynasty Typewriter and all of the tech team and
oh my
all
gosh.
of the management.
Oh wait, Sean, Mary, Sammy, Mike, Dan, Vanessa, Mary, Jamie. Is that everybody?
Damn. I think it might be. That was roll
That's
call,
everybody.
baby.
Really? I think that was everybody. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you, Dynasty. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Wynter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll be here every Thursday at 5 p.m. We will see you again next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. We're the bats.
Or the sirens, as Sammy calls us. I like sirens.
Yeah, we're the
sirens.
Okay, we will see you next week at the same time for some more shout outs. Have a wonderful, joyful, rainbow-filled day.
Take it easy. Bye, ladies.
Bye.